when I'm an adult and I'm like, yo, you did this. And a Jamaican parent will be like, Allah ya tell pa me never do that. I really believe that if you don't personally go out there, take a risk, try to break down a barrier that was there with confidence and persistence, that nothing will happen. Wagwan people, this is Dale Elliott Jr, actor, comedian. A lot of people might know me from Instagram or YouTube. You know, me there, so in the place. What else am I supposed to say? I'm ready now.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. So I realized I was funny at probably the moment I was born. I realized that I'm a very funny person. I grew up in an environment where, you know, I had to laugh at my pain a lot of times. A lot of situations that I've been through, I managed to make it be very funny, you know, just by expressing myself to people and realizing that a lot of things that I experience, a lot of people find it very common because they experience the same thing. And I am Jamaican, so a lot of Jamaican people have the same experiences, and it's good to express myself to them and see how they react to it in a positive way.
The worst thing can happen is for a DJ know you. That's the worst thing. You walk in, oh that Dale, yeah man, the boss, tell them man ready for buy 5 buckler. Which girl that? How do your wife that? No, they look like Dale carry out inside girl tonight, a problem. Can't deal with the Jamaican DJ, the matter.
Well, in reality, I would say 100% of it is real because a lot of my comedy comes from truth. Jamaican parents are very strict and they don't necessarily realize what they're doing until like when I'm an adult and I'm like, yo, you did this. And a Jamaican parent will be like, Allah ya tell pa me never do that. That's a complete lie. You know, my grandmother sent me to water the plants in rain, and she's to this day she doesn't remember that. So most of it is real. Almost all of it. She don't remember them things here, but she did do it. As a child growing up, I used to watch a lot of stand-up comedy. So I used to watch a lot of Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, Eddie Griffin, Eddie Murphy, you know, Jamaican people. I used to watch Oliver, you know, Trabas. I used to watch a lot of Trabas on the internet. So it's very different from Instagram because content creation, we get chances, because we control what we put out there. So when we're creating something, we can do it 10 times until, you know, it's the right one to post, where in stand-up comedy, you really get one chance. And also for the internet or YouTube, we can be more verbal. We have to also be more active. As we're stand-up comedy, timing is everything. Punchlines is everything. Captivating an audience for a longer period of time is way more important and is way more difficult in stand-up comedy. Because for stand-up comedy, you can be up there from 10 minutes, go all the way to an hour. And now, can you command and control that attention from however many people that is in front of you? That is very important. As to where on social media, the attention span is very small and it's seconds. So I can be hilarious for 10 seconds and on to the next video. It cannot be like that for a whole hour. And that is where I learn a lot from watching stand-up comedy throughout the years and doing social media now for 10 years. I'm realizing that, yo, the transition is not as easy as one would think. And a lot of people would try to make this transition and end up, you know, finding it very difficult because of the massive change that you have to do. It's funny, the first video that I had that went viral was the first video I've ever made. I wore a towel over my head and I was speaking about how my grandmother reacts when the water bottle in the fridge is empty. And I got upset and I like threw out everything in the fridge. And I think that video, I posted it on Twitter. I did it on Vine. Vine no longer exists, but I posted it on Twitter and I think it got like 200 retweets for my first post ever. And I was like, you know, maybe I can do this. I wouldn't say the transition was very hard because I've been doing social media for so long, because I've been doing it now for 10 years. What I realized was that I used to have a lot of 1-minute clips when I'm just speaking, and those would go viral also. So it was more about capturing the audience, because I went to university, and in university I had to do a lot of presentations, whether it would be 200 or 700-800 people. I used to have to do that, and it used to have to be for my grades. So I got very comfortable speaking publicly. So the transition was not as hard, honestly.
Obviously, you didn't go from you know, 0 to an hour, like obviously you must have started 10
Oh,
minutes, 7
oh
minutes.
no.
Yeah.
So that's my experience with stand-up is different. The first time I did it, I just went all the way.
1 hour.
I think the first stand-up I did it for 30 minutes. And that was a year ago.
Oh, only a year?
Yeah, so I've only been doing stand-up now for a year and a couple months.
You must say, oh, you Jamaican. You know my buddy George. Jamaican. Which part George come from? We never see George yet. Jamaican are small. And then them lump all Caribbean island in a one. And I said, oh yeah, where you from? I'm Jamaican. Oh yeah, I got a buddy over in Trinidad. And I said, yeah, cause me can just walk over Trinidad.
In that year, I learned that a lot of it is unfair. A lot of people have the abilities to push forward, but a lot of people are very fearful of taking the step and moving forward in their own right. Like, so a lot of people would like limit themselves to this is 10 minutes and this is what I'm going to speak about. A lot of people don't necessarily let the audience know who the person is, you know, so you laugh for 10 minutes, but after you leave, you don't leave a mark on the audience. The audience don't feel like, okay, then this is a person that I would be interested in. So I'm learning that I needed to do that. I realized that having an educated background helped me a lot with formulating my jokes, speaking publicly to people, understanding that, okay, this might work, this might not work, studying people, understanding demographics, because I've been traveling a lot of places. So I've been to a lot of places in Canada. Went to Calgary, I went to Vancouver, I went to Ottawa, I went to Edmonton, and everywhere that I go is similar but different. And you have to understand these cultures and to find out how to resonate with them in a way that they find funny and peaceful. So I'm learning in the world of stand-up, you really have to be brave. What this person find funny might not be what another set of persons find funny. So you have to study the area that you are going to and understand that now you are going to perform in front of a group of completely different persons. You know, so you have to find a good balance. The beauty about Canada and Toronto is that it's multicultural. Everything is mixed here, so a lot of stuff work. So you just have to really dig deep and understand and study, and you have to respect the craft because not a lot of people have the privilege to do it and the bravery. So for instance, I'm going to St. Lawrence State of the Arts. This is self-funded, which means I took the initiative, studied, found out what are the processes that I have to go through to have a show here, come here, and now I have to think about getting the people to the theater and then expecting the different cultures that are going to come out to make sure that I give them an experience that is memorable so that next time when I'm coming back, it's a different situation. So yeah, stand-up, it's a business, but it's also, it's very strategic as well. So what you can expect is non-stop laughter, a bit of heartfelt message, motivation. Expect for me to bring you back to when you was a child, bring you back to your experiences, especially if you're an immigrant and you moved to a foreign country. Expect me to shed a lot of light on that. Expect me to be very personal, to express myself in a way that you guys don't necessarily see me on the internet. You know, a lot of people see me for 1 minute and they scroll past me. No, expect to sit and hear who's Dale, what has Dale been through, what is funny, what has Dale been through that you has also been through, because it's going to be a lot of stuff that, you know, we kind of live the same lives, but a lot of people just don't realize. So just expect a lot of things, and if some things make you feel away, no hard feelings. For me, create your own opportunities really mean, so in Jamaica we say, nobody nah give you nothing, or nobody nah going to do it for you. The Bible says faith without works is dead. So I really believe that if you don't personally go out there, take a risk, try to break down a barrier that was there with confidence and persistence, that nothing will happen. So I believe that if you have something to do, if you believe in anything, pursue it. Pursue it with all of your dreams. You have to believe that you can do it, pursue it, and put yourself in environments where that can be possible in order to start it. So creating your own opportunities, that is what I am doing now. That is what I've always been doing. For me, a lot of the things that I've managed to accomplish in life has been because of the environments that I've been in, the people that I've associated myself with, and the work that I have physically and mentally put in. So that is what I mean when I say create your own opportunities, because you might be home, you might sit, you might wait, and nothing might not come to you. If you go to college and you get the degree, if you're home with the degree, you won't make any money. You have to now take that degree and go do something with it. So nothing is given to you, and a lot will be taken. But the older you get is the more you realize that the abilities that you have to try to make your life easier and fulfill your purpose with the abilities that you have. So yes, that is me where I say create your own opportunities. What a lot of people don't know about me is that I like to read. I'm very educated. I finished university before I started pursuing what I am doing 100%. So I have a degree in international relations and marketing studies. I like to teach people, but with actions. So in my mind, I have to get to a certain level before I really start doing a lot of things that I want to do. I really wanted to pursue some philanthropic things in the future. So a lot of people don't necessarily know this side of me. So this is very fun to really express myself in this way. I was good in track and field. I'm very good in track and field. I can play football. I can do a lot of gymnastics. I'm ambidextrous. I have a whole heap of hidden talent. You know, I'm actually talented in everything. So I don't necessarily know what I'm not talented in. Just thinking about it right now. So right now, I currently have a special, my first special for the last tour that I did. I call it Problem Child. That's currently on YouTube right now. And then this No Hard Feelings tour, this set, either I'm going to try to sell it somewhere or put it on YouTube. So that is always the thing, because I always tell people, nobody not going to believe in what you're doing until them see it. So you have to put yourself out there if you want to be successful in anything. After this tour is more about focusing on doing more YouTube, you know, cause keep my social media presence out there. So I'm going to do a lot more YouTube. I still have a lot more shows left for the tour in other countries. So I have that. Yeah, but it's more of what I am doing. More of the same, basically. Yeah, we're done?
Yeah.
105.